Free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
At Lerner & Rowe, we've recovered billions of dollars for over 150,000 clients, with over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone.
We're getting more money for more people, period. Results matter.
Call 877-1500.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie.
On the road again.
To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Over the last 20 years, with all your support, we've been able to not only launch the original MyPillow, but also the MyPillow mattress topper, Giza Dream bed sheets, My Slippers, and the MyPillow bath towels. But there's so much more. In fact, we have over 200 products, and I'm so confident that you'll love each and every one of them that when you go to MyPillow.com now, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20 just for checking out the website. No purchase necessary. Get everything from MyPillow blankets, sleepwear, kitchen towels, mattresses, duvets, pet beds, body pillows, comforters, couch pillows, bathrobes, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And remember, just for checking out MyPillow.com, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20. No purchase necessary. This is a limited time promotion, so go to MyPillow.com now.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, August 17th. In our top story, Brad Main, the man who tortured and murdered Roy Jaggers in Cathedral Canyon, along with Kevin Dent and Heather Pate back in 2021, is now fully sentenced for all of his charges. Rory Rossell reports, giving us the conclusion of this ongoing story.
The final defendant of the Roy Jaggers murder trial has been sentenced to life in prison. Brad Main has been sentenced to life in prison on his count 1 and 2 charges. Count 1 is first-degree murder, and with this first-degree murder charge, he has life without parole. His second count is kidnapping with a deadly weapon. The time he is spending for his kidnapping charge is life with possibility of parole in 5 years. And with the deadly weapon enhancement charge, he has 96 to 240 months consecutive. Roy Jaggers' family testified during this trial.
You're vicious, demented, and a terrible person.
who got his kicks making my son bleed in the worst way humanly possible. And then you decided to pack him back up and take him out to the desert and do him the worst possible thing and humiliate him after all he had been through with you.
You deserve nothing but to die in prison and not be able to get out. I hope you get absolutely the max in every single charge that there is for you. I hope they aren't concurrent.
But you 3 Diggeroys is just unbelievable, and it's still sinking in. I mean, you burn them, you staple them, you hatchet them, you stab them, you bayonet them, shoot guns around the head, and then you go and shoot them in the back 4 times. The one thing you can ask is that the court, the good people in Nye County got you life without parole. Perfect, because that's what you deserve. And I ask the judge that she please, or the court please, give you the longest sentences possible.
District Attorney Jason Gunnell also spoke during this trial.
Based upon his reactions, his comments, and his demeanor, and you saw it throughout this trial, throughout the sentencing, he doesn't deserve any leniency. For that, Your Honor, we're asking that he receive consecutive time.
After District Attorney Gunnell spoke, Brad Main talks about how he is innocent.
Am I sorry about what happened? Sorry that I didn't do anything to stop it, but I didn't commit these crimes. And I'm not going to stop fighting until I get my innocence back. And I will get my innocence back.
At the end of the trial, the Honorable Judge Kim Walker spoke about his sentencing and his charges.
First-degree murder. You've been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole by the jury. With use of a deadly weapon is what we're here for today. I have sentenced you to a mandatory consecutive enhancement of 96 to 240 months. I am not less than 1 or greater than 20 years, so that's the maximum sentence the court can impose by law. And now we have count 1 and count 2. Given the nature of this case, given how hideous it was, the fact that your co-defendants got a different deal doesn't affect me in any way. Again, as I told you before, I don't agree with those deals. I didn't agree. I imposed the maximum sentences allowed by law, and if I could have imposed a much more severe sentence, I would have. I think they both would have without the possibility of parole. But if I would have imposed that sentence, it would have been overturned by the Nevada Supreme Court because that was not the sentence that was available for the charges for which they pled.
Turning now to national news, the death toll has unfortunately risen once again to 111 in Maui as those fires still rage on and the aftermath of those fires continues to rampage throughout the community. Citizens are now getting aid for mental health and they are preparing for the ongoing aftermath of this crisis. RJ Camacho has the details.
The death toll in Maui has risen to 111 as of August 16th, and several wildfires in Maui have been reported to still be burning. According to Maui Police Chief John Pelletier, the tragedy is expected to intensify, with most of the burn zone still left to search. The investigation into the fire is still currently ongoing, reported to possibly be fueled by a dry summer and strong winds. However, the actual cause of the fire is still left in the air. However, one company in Hawaii, Hawaii Electric, is currently facing criticism for not shutting off power amid the high wind warnings in a dry area under high risk of fire. CEO and president of Hawaiian Electric, Shirley Kimura, stated that many factors go into a decision to cut power, including the impact on people who rely on specialized medical equipment and concerns that a shutoff in the fire area would have knocked out water pumps. As of August 15th, it was reported that the fire in Lahaina, one of the deadliest fires that occurred so far in Maui, is 85% contained. One fire, identified as the Upcountry Fire in Maui, was reported to be 75% contained. Another fire in Pulehu in southern Maui has been reported reported to be 100% contained. Currently, approximately 1,000 people still remain missing, however, but search efforts are still underway. Meanwhile, public schools have begun the process of reopening, and traffic has been reported to resume on major roads on the island. At least 3 schools in Lahaina miraculously were unscathed by the fire. However, the wind still damaged the schools. Currently, they are in the process of being assessed, and crews are also hard at work, cleaning up the ash and debris at the schools, as well as testing the air and water quality. The students displaced from the fire have been given access to services such as meals and counseling. The education department is also offering counseling services for family members and staff as well as the students. A disaster recovery center was also opened on Maui by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, a vital step forward for residents affected by the fires. Dozens of Red Cross volunteers have also set up shop to help Maui residents, sorting through various donations the group has received. Mental health professionals who specialize in helping patients cope with crisis situations have come to help those traumatized by the fires. One such individual, Ann Landon, stated that just strong winds put her right back to when the fire overtook her apartment complex. She stated that it's a trigger. The wind was so horrible during that fire. Other residents have been reported to be suffering from anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and some are, understandably, still in a state of shock. Experts say the effects of this could be long-lasting.
Our thoughts, love, and prayers go out to everyone in Maui, especially those connected to the thousands who are still missing. News 25 will be right back.
Now is the time. Get off your seat and into the beat of fitness for just $10. We offer everything you need at our hometown gym, and most plans are just $10 a month. Plus, there are no long-term commitments required. We have tons of options: yoga, high and low impact cardio classes, circuit training, and new innovative classes to keep you motivated. With 15,000 square feet of fitness, we are the largest full-service gym in Pahrump. Get started today. Come and see us at Fitness 410.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
When you're hurt in a wreck, you want an attorney that'll fight for every dollar you deserve.
In many cases, Lerner & Rose recovered 10, 15, 20 times more than the insurance company's original offer.
Get the money you deserve. Call Lerner & Rose today.
Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, turning now to local news, a man is arrested for causing a disturbance at Desert View Hospital, reportedly involving verbal abuse and smoking a cigarette in the ER.
On August 14th, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to Desert View Hospital due to a report of a disturbance. Dispatch advised officers that a male, identified as Stacy Rice, was allegedly being uncooperative and smoking in the emergency room. It was also advised that Rice was allegedly being verbally abusive as well. Upon arrival, officers spoke with Rice, stating their name and that they were with the sheriff's office. According to the declaration of arrest, Rice was slurring their words due to allegedly being intoxicated. Officers then began questioning Rice about allegedly smoking a cigarette in the emergency room when Rice stated that he was going to call 911. Officers advised Rice not to do so, as he will have to be placed under arrest for the misuse of 911. However, he allegedly ignored this and called 911 regardless. Dispatch then advised the officer on the scene that Rice had called asking to speak with a cop or the sheriff, despite an officer being right in front of them. Officers then advised Rice that they were under arrest for the misuse of 911. However, while advising Rice of the arrest, he allegedly threatened to put the officer in the ground. Stacy Rice was then arrested and charged with intimidating a public officer and unlawful use of the emergency phone number.
And a Pahrump man lands in jail after police say he attacked an elderly female.
On Saturday, August 12th, Nye County Sheriff deputies responded to a report of an assault. Upon the deputies' arrival to the location, they made contact with the reporting party, who told officers a male who lives at the same residence pushed and punched a 75-year-old female. This female stated to officers that after a verbal altercation with the male, who is later identified as Casey Cobb, that Casey allegedly pushed her in the chest, which caused her to step back into a wall. While the female was attempting to walk out of the residence, Casey picked her up in a bear hug and threw her out of the open door, causing the female to fall on her back and hitting the back of her head on the ground. According to the report, while on the ground, Casey punched the female in the back of the head. Deputies checked for injury on the female and observed a 2-quarter-sized red marks on her lower back and tailbone area. The red marks appeared to be fresh and looked like road rashes. Deputies did not observe any injury to the back of the head. Deputies then spoke with Casey, who stated there was no physical altercation between him and the 75-year-old female. When the officers asked Casey to explain exactly what occurred, Casey replied, "Lawyer." Due to the statements between the reporting party and the 75-year-old female and the physical injury, Casey was placed into custody and transported to the Nye County Detention Center. Casey Cobb is being charged with elder abuse because he willfully and maliciously used force and violence upon the 75-year-old female.
There's good news on the unemployment front. Nevada's jobless rate declines for the first time in 3 months.
The Nevada Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation, or DETR, reported Thursday that the seasonally adjusted unemployment rate for July was 5.3%, which is down from the 5.4% rate that had been reported across April, May, and June. It's also the first time the rate declined since April, when unemployment went from 5.5 to 5.4%. DETR attributed July's slight drop to changes in seasonal staffing patterns of schools during the summer. Nevada's labor force grew by 3,400 in July, the 8th straight month of growth in the state's labor force. Nevada has consistently had the highest unemployment rate in the nation since the beginning of the pandemic 3 years ago, while figures for other states from July are still pending. Only Washington, D.C. had a jobless rate above 5% in June.
National Park Service funds will soon be used to restore a 116-year-old structure from the early 1900s. RJ Camacho gives us this information.
The National Park Service announced that they will be utilizing $1,600,000 from the Inflation Reduction Act to help preserve historic mining structures in Death Valley National Park. This is a part of the nationwide effort to restore both natural habitats and address the impacts of climate change. The funding for this year will be covering preservation work on historic mills at Skidoo and the Gem Mill. The Skidoo Historic District is on the list of National Register of Historic Places. Hosting a population of 700 people in the early 1900s, the site is the most significant structure that remains from this period. It used 15 stamps to crush items, it used 15 stamps to crush ore, and the completion of mercury amalgamation and cyanide leaching led to the extraction of gold. This project aims to stabilize the wooden structure that's been around for 116 years. The gem mill was constructed in the 1930s as part of a small gold mining operation in Jail Canyon. The structure is an example of the Depression-era frugality.
Don't grab your remote. We're road tripping with Ruhan after this break.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
It's the Make the Summer event at Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, your original hometown dealer. This month at Saida Trudeau, take home a brand new 23 Ram 1500 Bighorn and save 10% off MSRP. Or take advantage of 2.9% financing for 72 months. Ram made Car and Driver's 10 best list 5 years in a row. Now that's impressive. Maybe a Jeep is what you're looking for. If you're hitting the beach or hitting the trails, we have the perfect Jeep for your summer adventure. How about a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 at 10% off MSRP or 1.9% financing for 36 months? Come see Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer for the Make the Summer event going on now.
Saida Trudeau, Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, your original local hometown dealer. We want only to be the best.
When you're looking for quality storage sheds that are built to last, the Affordable Shed Company is the place to go. Pahrumph's top choice for storage sheds and portable buildings is the Affordable Shed Company. Reasonable price does not mean less quality. Price is not the only issue when buying a shed. It must last, it must be strong, it must be built with quality materials. The Affordable Shed Company, 6361 Homestead Road.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, do you want to get away this weekend, but you're not quite sure where to go? Mikey Ruhan has another tip for you on where you could visit.
Looking to get away this weekend? Just about a 6.5-hour drive. Open year-round Rye Patch State Recreation Area. It's situated on a 22-mile-long reservoir that has 72 miles of shoreline, 1,100 acres of water surface. When full, visitors can enjoy camping, picnicking, swimming, water skiing, and fisherman's delight: white bass, catfish, black bass, and walleye. Trails all around throughout the park make it easy to enjoy the waterfowl and the wildlife that abound, including hawks, eagles, owls, great egrets, antelope, deer, and fox. The park also serves as a popular base camp for off-road vehicles, ghost town exploration, and gold prospecting. Rye Patch is located at 2505 Rye Patch Reservoir Road in Lovelock, Nevada, and you can call them at 775-442-0135.
Thanks, Mikey. And in today's health news, we're talking about the bumps, bruises, sprains, and strains that are just some of the minor injuries young athletes could suffer whenever playing any sport. But how can a parent tell if their child's injury is actually more serious than it seems?
I think anytime a child is complaining of pain, that complaint needs to be taken seriously. So, if something is not responding to conservative management within, a day or 2 days, I would have no hesitation to bring your child in to be seen for formal evaluation by your medical provider.
Dr. Michael Dockick with Cleveland Clinic says when it comes to an injury like a sprain, it may be worse than a parent thinks. In fact, children are more likely to have a fracture than a sprain. That's because their ligaments are stronger than their bones. Concussions are also tricky to detect since symptoms are wide-ranging. For example, they can include dizziness, fogginess, headaches, blurry vision, nausea, vomiting, and changes in behavior. Dr. Dockick says if you suspect your child has a concussion, you should take them in for medical evaluation. However, if it's clear your child has a minor injury, like maybe some swelling or bruising, then it's okay to treat at home.
In terms of treatments at home, we always want to, remember the mnemonic PRICE. So protect the area, rest the area, ice the area, compress the area, and elevate the area.
Medical experts say sometimes kids might not want to admit exactly how much pain they're in, so it's up to you parents to be vigilant. And if your child is making faces or grimacing whenever you're examining the area, chances are your child is in much more pain than they're letting on.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam at the beautiful mountain backdrop surrounding a hot air balloon and scattered clouds. We'll take a closer look at our weekend forecast after the break.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney in Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929.
Horizon Markets are a one-stop shop for convenience. Are you wanting to enjoy a hot cup of coffee and a pastry? Needing some fuel? Or want a simple refreshment or snack? Come visit one of our 6 Horizon Market locations near you. We also have the loosest slots around town with over $1 million in payouts. You will get Pahrump's hometown value, where convenience and low prices meet. So no matter who you are, you'll find your Horizon in Pahrump.
Hi, Norma Jean here to talk about selling your home in Pahrump. Are you ready to sell? Trust Realty Executives in Action, your local experts in maximizing value. From pricing to closing, we handle it all with the care your home deserves. Call us today and start packing.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and live to you worldwide on the local BTV app, the app that bothers to put us on their app. That's nice. Thank you very much, local BTV. Fernley, 90 degrees, 93 out there in Fallon. Carson City cool at 88 degrees. You beat out Tonopah at 89. You beat out Goldfield that hit 90. Congratulations. It'd be a perfect trifecta, that middle part of the state there, if you were so inclined. Beatty hit 100 degrees, 106 at Amargosa. Typical hot weather. You're the hot spot again. Las Vegas chasing at 103 degrees. And that in Death Valley, it's just stupid at 117. But here in the Paradise Pahrump, that's stupid. Let me tell you, 102 degrees. Burn that. It's 104 just a little bit earlier. Winds out of the south-southwest to 12 miles per hour. Get used to seeing some winds. We got some stuff to talk about that's coming up. Sun rose this morning at 6:03. Setting this evening, look for it to go away at 7:31, crashing into the ocean and a low tonight of 76 degrees as we look at beautiful stars under clear skies tonight. Usually humidity at 19% makes like clouds tomorrow, but no, not clouds tomorrow. But boy, we got some stuff coming. Tropical depression, Hillary, And we've got a special graphic. But look at the stuff coming out of Saturday. Temperatures dipping down to 86 degrees. Winds up to 11 miles per hour. Not a big deal on Saturday, Sunday, but 33 mile an hour winds on Monday. Rain coming out of sideways. There's a 63% chance. There's going to be some deluge. There's going to be some traffic interruptions. There's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff. And that's all starting on Sunday, allegedly. It looks like we recover nicely towards the end of the week and end up, with sunshine on our shoulders. But yeah, look at this over here. There's Hillary coming in, and in its wake, wow, look at all this wind coming up and just disrupting all kinds of, the weather flow. Weather ahead this weekend. Don't make plans for going outside. According to all this stuff here, this is going to be, dicey weather and surprises ahead. So kind of batting the hatches, get it together for some rain coming at you. If you've got stuff unsecured in the yard, maybe do that before Monday when the winds kick up to 33 miles per hour. It's going to be scary. All right, back to the desk. Here's Unette.
Thanks so much, John. Good to see you. And we'll be sure to strap on and hold in tight after all those winds breeze through at the beginning of next week. All right, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for